Welcome the rare gems. True confidence is silent. It never needs to announce itself. There is something unforgettable about a Sigma woman's clothing style. At first glance, nothing about her outfit tries to impress you. There is no loud color fighting for attention, and no dramatic detail forcing you to look her way. Yet somehow she stands out in a room without lifting a finger. Her presence alone carries a kind of quiet authority that most people cannot even explain. It feels natural. It feels earned. It feels real. A Sigma woman dresses with intention. She chooses clothes that match her mood and her pace in life. She is not chasing reactions, and she is not dressing to compete. Her style rises from a deeper place. It reflects the calm she protects, the strength she carries, and the clarity she lives by. You can tell she knows herself because her wardrobe never tries too hard. She picks fabrics that feel good against her skin, colors that mirror her emotional state, and fits that allow her to breathe and move without restriction. She is not afraid to repeat outfits that work for her. She does not care about trends that change every other month. Her style is built on comfort, purpose, and a strong sense of self. What makes her clothing unforgettable is the way she wears it, her calm posture, her steady eyes, the soft confidence that follows her into every space. Only a small group of women dress like this because it requires self-assurance that comes from within, not from the world. Let's dive into it, the rare gems. Number 1. She dresses with intention, not noise. This is one of the quiet truths that separates a Sigma woman from the rest. Her clothing does not beg for attention, and it does not fight for space. Instead, it speaks the way a calm stream does, soft on the surface, yet powerful in its effect. When she walks into a room, people notice her before they notice her outfit, and that alone tells you everything about her presence. A Sigma woman understands something that many people overlook. Clothes are not costumes. They are reflections. They carry pieces of your story, whether you are aware of it or not. Because of this, she never throws on an outfit simply because it is trending, or because others will approve. She thinks about how each piece feels on her body and how it aligns with her energy for the day. If her mind needs peace, she reaches for soft tones. If she wants clarity, she chooses clean lines. If she is in her reflective phase, she picks something that feels grounding. Her intention shows in the details. For example, she would rather wear a simple white shirt that fits perfectly and makes her breathe easily than a dramatic designer piece that steals the moment but disconnects her from herself. She knows that real confidence is not in the outfit. It is in the woman who wears it. The magic of her style comes from the fact that nothing feels forced. People often confuse simplicity with plainness, but anyone who watches her closely can see that her choices come from deep awareness. Her wardrobe does not rush, and it does not scream. It moves at her pace. She dresses this way because she has learned something through experience. When you know who you are, you do not dress to attract eyes. You dress to align with your spirit. This intention creates a different kind of beauty, a quiet one that grows on you and lingers long after she leaves the room. Number 2. She invests more in quality than quantity. This simple truth reveals an entire lifestyle. A Sigma woman does not flood her closet with random pieces she will forget in a week. She builds a wardrobe the same way she builds her life, with intention, patience, and a clear understanding of what actually matters. Her style is not loud, but it has depth. You can feel it the moment you see her walk by. Her wardrobe is small but refined. She would rather own 10 pieces that feel right than 50 pieces that only look good in pictures. Every item she keeps has passed a quiet test. It must feel comfortable. It must represent her, and it must stay useful through different seasons of her life. Nothing in her closet exists just to impress strangers or keep up with temporary fashion waves that disappear as fast as they arrive. This shows in the way she shops. While others chase cheap excitement from impulse buying, she pauses and evaluates. She asks herself simple questions. Will this last? Does this reflect me? Can I wear this often without feeling out of place? Because she thinks this way, she rarely regrets a purchase. An example is how she chooses a pair of shoes. Instead of buying several trendy ones that fall apart in a few months, she invests in one pair that fits perfectly, supports her posture, and carries her confidently through long days. That single pair becomes part of her lifestyle, not just part of her outfit. She understands that quantity creates clutter, but quality creates peace. When she opens her wardrobe, she does not feel overwhelmed. She feels clarity. Everything she sees is something she genuinely uses. Everything she owns gives value rather than noise. This habit reflects her character. She does not collect people or experiences just for show. She values depth. She values longevity. She values things that have substance. Her clothing becomes a mirror of her mindset, and this is why her style feels so powerful. It does not try to impress you. It simply reveals a woman who knows her worth and refuses to trade it for anything temporary. Number 3. She knows how to highlight one feature at a time. This quiet skill separates her from women who feel the need to overdo everything at once. A Sigma woman understands something powerful. When everything in an outfit screams for attention, nothing stands out. But when one element is allowed to lead, the entire look becomes more magnetic without ever feeling heavy or forced. If her eyes speak today, she softens the rest of the outfit. She may choose simple earrings, a calm shade of clothing, and a hairstyle that brings attention upward. Her eyes become the story, the mood, the quiet message she carries. People find themselves drawn in without knowing why. It is not makeup or accessories doing the work. It is the calculated space she creates around her most expressive feature. If her posture takes the lead, she keeps everything else quiet. Her straight back, calm shoulders, and slow intentional movements can command a room in ways clothes never could. On such days, she chooses pieces that do not break the flow of her natural confidence. For example, she might wear a clean dress that follows her shape without shouting for attention, or a simple top that allows her presence to do the speaking. Her posture becomes the display, not the clothing. She understands visual balance instinctively. This is something very few people master, because it comes from self-awareness, not fashion knowledge. She knows her strengths. She knows what parts of her energy feel louder on certain days. She knows when her smile is the highlight, and when her silence itself is the most powerful thing about her. This ability also shows in everyday choices. If she wears a bold piece of jewelry, she keeps the outfit simple. If her outfit is textured, she eases up on accessories. If her hair carries volume, she tones down the rest. Nothing competes. Everything flows. She dresses like someone who respects her own presence. She creates harmony inside her look because she already carries harmony within herself. And that is why her style feels unforgettable, even when she does so little. Number 4. She repeats outfits without shame. In a world where many people treat clothing like a stage costume, a Sigma woman approaches her wardrobe with a completely different mindset. She does not see clothes as performances meant to impress or shock. She sees them as tools that support her life, her energy, and her identity. If an outfit feels right, she wears it again without hesitation. There is no fear, no embarrassment, no need to signal constant novelty. She sees value in re-wearing what feels right. A perfectly fitted coat, a pair of shoes that carry her confidently through long days, a blouse that moves with her as naturally as her own skin. These are items worth repeating. She knows that real style is not in the number of different outfits you own, but in the confidence and ease with which you inhabit each one. Wearing the same look multiple times becomes a quiet declaration that she values quality and alignment over temporary attention. It reveals a woman who is not afraid to be seen more than once in the same look. Sigma women understand that their identity does not depend on constant reinvention or approval. People will notice her presence, not the novelty of her clothes. And when she does repeat an outfit, it does not feel stale because she brings new energy and context to it each time. The same dress can feel fresh when paired with a different scarf or when she carries herself with a slightly different posture, showing that the magic is always in the person, not the outfit. For example, she might wear the same soft knit sweater multiple times in a week, but each time it tells a different story, paired with jeans one day, with tailored trousers the next. The sweater does not lose value because she has learned the deeper truth. Style is about connection with yourself, not approval from others. By repeating outfits without shame, she communicates a rare kind of confidence. She shows that elegance is timeless, simplicity is intentional, and presence always outshines pretense. She is not performing for the world. She's simply being herself, and that authenticity makes every repeated outfit feel extraordinary. Number 5. She gravitates towards timeless structure. This is one of the hallmarks of a Sigma woman's style because it reflects a deeper understanding of self and presence. She does not chase fleeting trends or wear pieces that scream for attention today and feel outdated tomorrow. Instead, she invests in clothing that has calm lines, subtle form, and a quiet strength that transcends time. Her style is built to last, much like her mindset and the way she carries herself. Pieces with clean lines and calm silhouettes define her wardrobe. She chooses shapes that follow her natural form without forcing exaggeration. A structured blazer that drapes perfectly over her shoulders, a tailored coat that flows effortlessly with her movements, a simple dress that flatters without overwhelming. These are the staples she returns to. Every piece is chosen to support her presence, not to compete with it. The lines guide the eye softly rather than shout for attention, creating a sense of balance and quiet authority. Clothes that could exist today or 10 years ago. This is the beauty of her choices. She wears outfits that would not look out of place a decade ago, and they will still look intentional years from now. She does not depend on trends to define her identity because her confidence is rooted internally, not externally. Her wardrobe is a reflection of that enduring self-assurance, a visual echo of the woman she is, rather than the world's idea of what she should be. For example, a crisp white shirt tucked into tailored trousers can work in any season, at any time. A long wool coat in a neutral shade carries the same elegance now as it would in 10 years. She mixes textures or subtle colors for depth, but the structure remains her anchor. By gravitating towards timeless structure, she communicates stability, intentionality, and quiet power. Her clothing becomes more than fabric. It is a reflection of her inner clarity. People notice it subconsciously. Her style does not chase trends. It quietly tells the world that she exists on her own terms, and that alone is unforgettable. Number 6. She avoids anything that screams for validation. This is one of the reasons her presence feels so refreshing. While many people dress with the hope of being noticed or praised, a Sigma woman moves in the opposite direction. She understands that the moment you rely on external approval, you give strangers silent control over your confidence. She refuses to let that happen. Her clothes do not rely on glitter or excessive labels. You will not see her covered in brand names just to prove a point. She does not need her outfit to shout her worth because she already knows it from within. She has learned that attention built on flash is short-lived. People will admire the shine today and forget it tomorrow. But when your presence comes from a deeper place, it lingers much longer. She refuses to dress for applause. This mindset shows in the smallest choices. She does not buy a dress simply because everyone online is wearing it. She does not pick accessories that scream for compliments. She does not care if her outfit becomes the center of conversation. Her style is not a performance, and she is not an actor trying to entertain an audience. Instead, she dresses for clarity. She chooses pieces that help her stay aligned with her true self. Clothes that support her peace. Clothes that make her feel centered. Clothes that keep her grounded and present. When she looks in the mirror, she asks a quiet question. Do I feel like myself? If the answer is yes, she is ready. If the answer is no, she changes into something that reflects her better. For example, on a day when she needs mental focus, she chooses calm colors and clean lines that help her create a quiet space around her. On a day when she needs emotional strength, she reaches for clothes that make her stand taller and breathe deeper. Everything she wears has purpose. Her style teaches a powerful lesson. When you stop dressing for validation, you start dressing from a place of self-respect. And that kind of confidence is impossible to ignore. Number 7. She chooses accessories like symbols, not decorations. A Sigma woman does not wear jewelry or adornments just to catch someone's eye. Every piece she selects carries meaning, a quiet story that adds depth to her presence without needing to shout. Her accessories are extensions of her identity, subtle reminders of experiences, lessons, and victories. Every piece she wears has a private meaning. A delicate necklace might have been passed down from a mentor, serving as a reminder of guidance and wisdom that shaped her. A simple ring could mark a personal achievement, a chapter of her life where she faced challenges and came out stronger. Even a small bracelet can hold the memory of a moment she wants to carry with her, something that fuels her silently as she moves through the world. These items are personal talismans, not attention-grabbing props. Her confidence comes from stories, not sparkle. While others may rely on shiny accessories to signal wealth, taste, or status, she draws her strength from the narrative behind each piece. It is this connection that makes her feel grounded and unique. You might notice her ring catching the light, but the sparkle is secondary to the quiet energy she carries because of its meaning. For example, she might pair a subtle pendant with an otherwise minimal outfit. On the surface, it may appear simple, but to her, it carries layers of significance. A reminder of resilience, growth, or someone who believed in her. To the outside world, it may seem like a small detail, but to her, it is powerful reinforcement of her journey. This approach transforms how she moves through life. Accessories are not for validation or applause. They are private anchors, symbols of her experiences and her inner strength. And because of that, everything she wears, even the smallest piece, contributes to a presence that is quietly unforgettable, layered with meaning and impossible to ignore. Number 8. She prefers clothes that feel like her second skin. This is one of the quiet secrets behind a Sigma woman's unmistakable presence. When she gets dressed in the morning, she does not reach for the trendiest piece or the loudest design. She reaches for what feels right on her body and right for her spirit. Her clothing must move with her, breathe with her, and blend into her day without demanding unnecessary attention. Nothing looks forced on her, because nothing is forced on her. She understands that when an outfit feels uncomfortable or unnatural, it shows. The way you adjust your sleeves every 5 minutes, the stiffness in your shoulders, the way your confidence softens when a piece does not match your energy. She avoids that completely. She chooses clothes that support her instead of distract her. Her outfits allow her natural presence to speak first. She knows that her real strength is not in the fabric she wears, but in the energy she carries, the calmness in her voice, the grounded way she walks, the steady look in her eyes. Her clothing becomes a soft frame around the picture, not the picture itself. Imagine her choosing a simple linen dress on a warm day. It hugs her comfortably, it moves with the breeze, it feels like part of her skin. She walks out and people notice her composure before they notice the dress. Or picture her wearing a well-fitted top and trousers that allow her to stretch, sit, think, and work without tension. Everything sits naturally because it matches who she is inside. This approach reveals wisdom. She has learned that the fastest way to disconnect from yourself is to dress for other people. So she does the opposite. She dresses to remain fully aligned with her identity. Her outfits are not costumes. They are extensions of her personality. And that is why people remember her presence long after they forget what she was wearing. She is the focus. The clothing simply supports the story she is already telling. Number 9. She builds her wardrobe around emotional comfort. This is something most people completely overlook because they treat clothing as decoration, not as a form of self-care. A Sigma woman sees it differently. She knows her clothes sit on her skin all day, touch her body, and move with her through every moment. So she chooses pieces that bring her calm, not anxiety. She selects outfits that help her breathe, not outfits that make her feel watched. She chooses fabrics and fits that calm her rather than impress others. While many people dress to fit in or to gain quick approval, she dresses to support her emotional state. If her mind needs stillness, she goes for soft cotton that feels like a gentle hug. If she needs grounding, she reaches for heavier fabrics that give her a sense of stability. On days when she needs clarity, she chooses simple pieces with clean lines that help her stay focused. Her wardrobe is built like a quiet sanctuary rather than a fashion battlefield. Think of a moment when you wore something uncomfortable just because it looked good. Maybe the tight dress that made it hard to sit freely, or the shirt that scratched your skin every time you moved. She avoids all that. She knows those little irritations can drain your confidence more than you realize. That is why her clothing supports her instead of stressing her. Her confidence comes from inner ease, which makes her style feel effortlessly powerful. This is why she can walk into a room wearing the simplest outfit and still steal attention without trying. Her energy is calm. Her posture is natural. She is not battling with her clothes. She is fully present, and people sense that. This way of dressing teaches a powerful lesson. When you choose comfort for your mind and peace for your body, you carry yourself differently. You move with intention. You speak with clarity. You feel like yourself. And being yourself is the most attractive thing you can ever wear. Her wardrobe is not just clothing. It is emotional protection. It is her way of saying she respects her own well-being. And that quiet self-respect is what makes her style unforgettable. Number 10. She masters subtle contrast. This is one of the quiet arts that makes a Sigma woman's style feel richer than it looks at first glance. She does not rely on loud or complicated fashion to stand out. Instead, she uses gentle contrasts that play together in a way most people overlook. Her outfits do not shout for attention, yet they still pull your eyes in because there is always something quietly interesting about the way she pairs her pieces. She knows how to combine textures in a quiet way that still catches the eye. While others focus only on color, she understands that texture can speak just as loudly, sometimes even louder. Her choices are soft but intentional. She blends different materials to create a visual balance that feels calm and intriguing at the same time. Smooth cotton against coarse knit. This is one of her favorite combinations because it mirrors her own personality. Soft on the outside, yet strong beneath the surface. When you see her wearing a fitted cotton top with a heavier knit cardigan, you feel a sense of warmth and quiet certainty around her. Soft silk beside structured denim. This pairing shows that she embraces contrast without fear. The fluid movement of silk next to the solid strength of denim creates a look that feels grounded yet elegant. It is the kind of combination that makes you look twice without understanding exactly why it works so well. Her outfits whisper depth. She dresses the way a deep thinker communicates, calm on the surface with layered meaning underneath. Every pairing reveals a tiny piece of how she sees the world. She likes harmony, but not perfection. She likes softness, but not weakness. She likes structure, but not rigidity. Her style reflects all these quiet truths. For example, when she wears a linen shirt over a smooth tank top, she is expressing balance. When she pairs a light scarf with a firm jacket, she is showing duality. Everything she wears has a reason, even if she never says a word about it. Her use of subtle contrast teaches a wise lesson. You do not have to be loud to be unforgettable. Sometimes all it takes is understanding how to mix the soft with the strong, the refined with the rugged, and the gentle with the bold in ways that feel true to who you are. Number 11. She dresses for movement, not stillness. A Sigma woman understands that life does not wait, and neither should she. Her clothing is chosen to move with her, not against her. She avoids pieces that restrict her body or her energy, preferring items that allow her to sit, stand, walk, think, or leave without hesitation. Every outfit is designed to support her freedom, not limit it. Her clothes allow her to adapt. She can transition from a focused work session to a casual meeting, from a quiet, reflective moment to a dynamic social interaction, all without needing to change. A flowing blouse that moves with her gestures, tailored trousers that let her step confidently, a coat that shifts easily over layers. These are not just practical choices. They are intentional decisions that mirror the fluidity and flexibility of her life. They never restrict her. Tight or uncomfortable clothing may look stylish to some, but she knows that restriction breeds distraction and discomfort. She chooses freedom instead. Comfort does not mean carelessness. It means she can fully inhabit her presence, make precise movements, and maintain poise without adjusting constantly. Her style moves with her ambition, just as she navigates challenges, pursues goals, and evolves personally and professionally. Her wardrobe evolves subtly alongside her. It supports her energy, her mindset, and her purpose without ever calling attention to itself. By dressing this way, she communicates a deeper truth. She belongs fully to herself. She moves through spaces on her own terms, and her clothing is a silent partner in her journey. People notice her fluidity, her presence, and her confidence. Her style does not constrain her story. It carries it forward effortlessly, step by step. In conclusion, confidence is not loud. It is felt before it is seen. The clothing style of a Sigma woman is one of the rarest forms of self-expression because it reflects who she truly is, not who the world wants her to be. She does not chase trends, applause, or approval. Every piece she wears is chosen with intention, comfort, and meaning. From fabrics that feel like a second skin, to colors that match her emotional weather, her wardrobe is a reflection of her inner life. It moves with her moods, supports her presence, and creates a quiet power that commands attention without demanding it. Her style is built on subtlety and wisdom. She highlights one feature at a time, mixes textures in ways that whisper depth, and layers her choices to create harmony rather than chaos. Accessories are symbols, not decorations, carrying stories and personal milestones that strengthen her confidence from within. She repeats outfits without shame because her value does not lie in novelty, but in alignment with herself. Each piece she owns is a long-term investment in quality, comfort, and emotional resonance, not a temporary performance for others. The result is a presence that feels magnetic, composed, and untouchable. People notice her, but they cannot pin her down or fully explain her effect. Her style creates boundaries, emphasizes intention, and communicates clarity without words. In a world full of noise and performance, she stands apart, quietly, powerfully, and effortlessly. Her clothing is not just fabric. It is the visible reflection of inner strength, self-respect, and a confidence that only the rarest women truly embody. Thank you for watching, and God bless you.